friends, colleagues, fellow citizens, we need to talk about what we see. When we drive past a tent, when we see a person sleeping on a park bench, the easiest thing to do is fall back on the comforting lie. It's their own fault. We tell ourselves it's a matter of laziness, addiction, or poor decision-making. We cling to this myth because it lets us off the hook. But that lie is a barrier to real solutions. The truth, illuminated by research, is this. Homelessness is not a personal failing. It is a systemic crisis. It is the visible, painful symptom of broken economic, health, and social systems. The stereotypes we accept are deeply ingrained. Adler and Burns cite a survey reporting that over 60% of Americans view the causes of homelessness as a variety of personal failings, such as drug use, alcoholism, mental illness, laziness, and bad decisions. This collective judgment creates a devastating environment. The moment we assign blame, we inflict shame and isolation. This stigma is not merely hurtful. It's a systemic barrier that makes people fearful of seeking the assistance they need, thereby prolonging the cycle of hardship. Meanwhile, the economic reality is crushing. Homelessness is driven by inadequate housing, low wages, limited access to health care, and childcare difficulties. This crisis of housing and economics is not a moral issue. It is a structural one. It's the difference between having a single paycheck keep you afloat and having one medical emergency sink your entire life. We must also confront the grim role of public health failures. The media often reduces addiction and mental health to simple tragic flaws, but Danielle Fine and Lydia Lyle Gibson show us the terrifying reality. Homelessness is a public health emergency. People without stable housing face significantly higher mortality rates. Gibson highlights a 10-year study revealing that unsheltered individuals experience mortality rates 10 times higher than the general population. When a person is experiencing homelessness, they are essentially being denied the basic medical and social stability necessary for survival. Furthermore, Fine demonstrates that addiction should not be viewed as an individual moral failing, but as a systemic public health issue. Whether it's illicit use or dependency stemming from prescribed opioids, addiction is intertwined with housing instability and social support systems. The disparities in access to treatment across racial and economic groups prove that systemic inequities are influencing health outcomes and accelerating this crisis. The media often simplifies the solution, too, suggesting that charitable acts alone are sufficient. The television study found that 60% of the solutions depicted were based on supporting charity organizations. Charity provides temporary relief. It offers a vital, immediate lifeline. But it does absolutely nothing to address the structural issues that created the problem in the first place. Nonprofits already spend approximately $11 billion each year on emergency and transitional housing. Yet the numbers keep rising. This crisis cannot be solved with short-term partial interventions. The sheer cost and the rising death toll prove that we need a different approach. We have the evidence. We have the data. Homelessness is a multifaceted crisis, sustained by structural, cultural, and health-related barriers. We must reject the simple narratives and demand long-term, systemic solutions. This means expanding affordable housing, funding comprehensive evidence-based healthcare, and implementing policy reforms that attack the structural inequality at the root of the problem. Let us choose compassion over condemnation, and let us choose policy over palliative care. Only then can we truly begin to heal the systems that have failed so many of our fellow citizens. Thank you.
It's really humiliating to be shaking a cup 24 hours a day and people just look at you like you some kind of little bum. I go to fill out applications for a job and stuff. They look at me, I'm not looking presentable, and then we'll call you, leave a number. But how can I leave a number when I don't have a phone? And I have had people to walk past me and say, "Get a job, bum." And I said, "Wait a minute, I'm not a bum, I'm a human being." And it's hard. But after the end of the day, when people go home and everybody get on the metro train, and and then I just feel so bad that I can't be going home, I'm sorry.